Well, Governor Tony Evers will face his Republican challenger Tim Michels tonight in their first and only televised debate.
The debate, sponsored by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Foundation, will be held right here in the News 3 Now studios.
And earlier today, we talked to Jill Geisler, the moderator of tonight's debate. Jill, why are these debates so important?
You know, I think today more than ever, people live in their own news bubbles. You know, your viewers watch you. I'm sure everybody watches you. But other people have their own lanes. This may be the time that everybody comes together to hear journalists ask deeply researched questions.
Tell us about the journalists who are asking the questions tonight. What is the format for tonight's debate?
Well, you know, the WBA decided to bring journalists together from all across the state. And so what you're going to see are the interests of big cities, small towns, rural, urban. You're going to see diversity in gender, ethnicity, age, because all of these journalists bring their own reporting experience and then their own backgrounds and their own communities to the questions. And that helped us formulate questions that maybe if you live in Madison, you're not thinking of exactly going on, let's say, in La Crosse. And so that brings more voices to the table.
And what's your job tonight?
It's a tough job.
I'm the school marm. Okay. Basically, if everybody's doing their job, you know, doing what they're supposed to do, I have very little to do. I keep the candidates to time. One of the things that people have always told us that they hated about debates was people talking over each other, yelling at each other, being uncivil to each other. And so I enforce civility. But the candidates already know that beforehand. They've agreed to these rules. They have a time limit. And if they go over their time, I warn them, and as we say, your mic will cease to work. All right?
And if they don't directly answer the question, you do a little follow-up.
That was the other thing that we asked for and they agreed to, which is sometimes candidates would rather talk about something other than what you asked them. And those deflections don't help us, right? So I have the ability as the moderator to say, you know, candidate Susan, we asked you specifically about this, and we didn't get an exact answer. Could you now take 30 seconds to give us that exact answer?
Tonight you're going to have a couple of people working on a data team. What are they going to be doing?
This is a first, okay? So when you try to share with people that you've really done research, sometimes your questions get really long. You know, it's like, according to this survey and this, you know, this research and this. So to shorten the questions, but to let people know if they want to read more about it, if we say, we cite a statistic or we say that something is a definite fact, the data team in real time will be posting more information about that, the resources we used, the information you could read. And we're very careful to follow the standards of the Society for Professional Journalists. We're not putting partisan screeds up there or something like that. I mean, this is the you can read more about it and you can trust the sources.
Do these debates change anybody's minds?
You know, hard for me to say because I haven't interviewed the general public afterwards. We live in a time right now where so many people have already made up their minds. But at the same time, they may be listening for a subject that comes up that could cause them to say, you know, that resonates with me. And that's why, you know, as journalists, we'd all like to maybe take 3 subjects and just dig deep into that. And that's one format. And this one is a lot. I mean, you will see as many questions as we can get in, and we still feel like we're not getting as many as we'd like to. And I'm not going to tell you what they are.
Well, we'll be watching 7 o'clock tonight.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck tonight, Jill. Thank you so much.
Thank you.